the past couple months, I've been doing a few review videos or operational videos with the TopDon Phoenix Plus. Now I'm ready to give my review. So TopDon sent me this Phoenix Plus well over 6 months ago, and they've been hounding me to do a review video, which in their right terms is they sent me a product, where's my review? Problem from a technician standpoint is I want to use this thing as much as I can so I can actually give a thorough, accurate review. I'm sick of seeing other YouTubers' reviews, and all they review is,
oh, it looks nice, it feels nice, it has a bunch of buttons, oh, it came in a nice case with all kinds of stuff.
I've been doing cars for about 25 years, most of them as a Mercedes-Benz dealer technician. Now I'm a manager at a Toyota service department. So in the service drive, I grab this scanner a lot to just give a pre-scan of the cars to let the customer know if it's something that we need to thoroughly diagnose, or if it's not an issue and they can keep driving it till it comes back on, which some technicians might agree that that's not the right way to do it. However, you know, if a customer leaves a gas cap loose or they filled up while the car was running and it sets a false evap code, it's nice to just be able to clear the code and get the customer on the way. So I'm going to run through some of the functions of the scanner and let you know my thoughts of it. Stay tuned. All right, so what I want to show now is some of the functions while you're in the scanner. So you can press report and it gathers all the data from your scan and it puts it in a nice file, and you can share it via email or Bluetooth. So if you're a shop, you can provide a nice format for the customer. It gives you fees, your business name, number, repair order, all that stuff. All right, so if you go with diagnostic plan, there are no DTCs, so there's nothing to kind of give you a diagnostic plan for. Sorry about that. I'll try to show a video in the future about that. If there were DTCs, meaning diagnostic trouble codes, you can press clear DTC and it would clear them all. All right, so I'm gonna go to the system list now, and it shows all of the control modules. We'll go to vehicle information and it shows information about the car. All right, go back out and let us just go to a live data again. So we'll go to system list. We're gonna go to driver's door module again. And we're going to go to read data stream, and I'm just going to select all. So again, it's nice to see functions of items. So as I'm using the switch, you can see the values are changing from on or off. That helps us in diagnosing issues. All right. Then from here, we can do a graph. Can change the graph. Now, the more items you have graphing, the slower the response, so keep that in mind. All right. We go back to the values. We can change the individual, I believe. So we just have the graph for just this one. Okay. So I'm operating the switch back and forth. Why would you want to use the graphing? Because if you have an intermittent issue or it once in a while acts up, like say a stoplight switch, you can read the graph, and as you're driving, let's say you hit a bump, you can see that graph move real quick. That way it tells you if the switch was actually being pressed, like to cancel cruise control or something like that. That's why graphing is very important, because you want to catch it as it happens. Now, as far as a review, I would buy this thing. If you watch any of my past videos, I've used it to change coding on cars. I've used it to read codes on cars. I've used it to fix cars. I showed the overview of the topology, which is awesome for understanding how the modules are networked, or nodes as they're called. The scanner is very easy to use. It's all touchscreen, and it's very easy to walk through all of the functions. unless you're in coding, there's really nothing you can mess up with a scanner, right? Once you get into coding and programming, that gets kind of tricky. I have not done programming with this yet. When I do, I will be creating videos on that. So this is a review of the scanner. I'm gonna hook it up to a brand new RAV4 and show you some of the functions and things that I like, but I would buy this thing. Now, I'm not trying to sell it to you. I can care less if you buy it or not. I'm sure TopDon wants you to buy it. I personally cannot care. I do these videos to help people that are indecisive buyers, or if you're out there looking for items and you're trying to get good feedback on if you should buy it or not. I myself am a very indecisive purchaser. Any of my review videos you watch, I say the exact same thing because it's true. I'm not going to break character from that because that is who I am. I do as much research and back-end looking that I can before I pull the trigger because it's very hard to determine if something's going to help you. So I try to make videos that show you how to use it and what they're used for, and that will help you determine if this is something for you. I would not say this is for any specific experience level, because if you're a beginner, you want to learn all the things you want to do to a car or can do to a car, this is what you need. It's like when you try to learn guitar, and if you're trying to learn guitar with a crappy guitar, you're not sure if you're doing something wrong or if the guitar is the problem. Or if you're trying to learn guitar with a really nice, fancy, expensive guitar, it makes it that much easier to learn because you know you have a quality product. This is what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to hook it up to the car, show you some things I can do, then see if it's something you like. Stay tuned. Auto scan. Going to pull up the VIN. Okay, now that I found the VIN, Toyota RAV4, we're going to go ahead and do a scan of the car. And we're doing 16 pin. And the production date is 10 of 23. So we're going November of 2022, and it is with Smart Key. Okay. Now it pulls up topology right off the bat, and it shows all the modules and how they're interconnected, or interwoven, or the data bus system, how they're connected. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do a smart scan. It's going to scan to see what modules are reporting back and what modules are in the car. So these don't know what's supposed to be in there. So it's going to check for everything, where if you use the factory Toyota scanner, it does know by VIN what should be in the car. So it only tries to find those exact modules. Okay, now that it's finished scanning, we can do the system list to see what all pulled up. All these control modules, and it tells you what's not equipped. It scanned for those as well. And then it also highlights which ones are part of the drive assist systems, the adaptive drive assist systems, all right, which is what ADS calibrations are for. It's all your lane change and your automatic cruise control and your pre-collision sensors. All right, so one thing I like to do with all my videos is I like to show operating a window, because it shows you what the scanner's capability and what you would do to diagnose something. All right, so again, if we go to topology, it shows all of them and how they're connected. System list, it's all the scanners based on the system. All right, if we go to calibration, I don't want to go there. We can go to service function, and it will pull up all of the functions for the car that we're able to do, as far as resetting maintenance or relearning an item or operating the parking brake so we can do brakes on the car. So now that we're in the active or the service mode, I'll do a test for the brake pad replacement. You can hear the brakes. So it retracted the parking brake motor, so now we can do rear brakes. Okay. And now that the brakes are replaced, we're going to reset it back to normal. So you can see the function that it can retract the parking brake so you can do the brakes, so that's good. Now we're going to go back to what I want to show you about actuations and activating items. So what I'm going to do is go to the driver's door motor. I'm going to read the data stream. I'm going to read the driver's window, switch positions. And as I activate the switch, you see the values change on the scanner. We need to see these as mechanics and technicians to diagnose issues, whether the fault is with the switch or the module or the motor. Very important to have live data and be able to activate it. So now I'm going to activate the window on my own, so that way you can see the scanner has control over the window. We're going to back out. We're going to go to actuation test, power window, while we monitor the data. So we'll just watch the position, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up, off, and then down. So those are the kind of items we need to do with the car to try to diagnose it. So it's good to have a bi-directional control. Bi-direction meaning not only can we read what the car is doing, but we can control what the car is capable of controlling, all right? So that's very good. So that's 2 wins. So we got the service reset. We also have the bi-direction control. You got the read fault code, which I'll go ahead and read fault codes, which we're not gonna have any, I doubt. Yep, no fault codes. And then special functions. You can reset the memory of the window and relearn it. If you ever have an automatic window that doesn't go up by itself, it has to be reset. So it learns the full top and it learns the full bottom. And as far as the customized setting, let's see what we have in there. That is what we would call coding, is if there's special functions you can turn on or off. So it looks like we have quite a few codings we can change. Let's go for door lock. Let's see what it shows. So we can change the function of the door lock, all right? So when you're in the screen, we can change the setting to how something operates. So when I press set, it gives me the option to change it to speed or off or shift with gear, all right? So that's what we go by coding or settings, is we can change it. Sometimes you can do it with reading the owner's manual. It tells you how to bypass that, or change a setting with just the key or a function of the switch in the car, or you can use a scanner to do it. Sometimes there's radio settings that you can change with scanners. Sometimes there's dash settings that you can change with scanners, like kilometers or miles per hour. So that's why it's important to have a bi-directional scanner that's capable of doing that. So not only does it read all systems, but it's able to change coding in control modules to get functions turned on or off that you may want or may not want. Hope that helps. So lastly, I want to talk about the services. So I'm going to go into services, and you're going to see that all the things that the TopDon Phoenix Plus is capable of doing. The caveat is that doesn't mean your car can do this. Not every car has these capabilities, right? So not all models need an ABS brake bleed. Like Mercedes, the only ones we did the brake bleeding on was the SBC hydraulic brake unit. That was the only one that we actually had to hook up a scanner to bleed air out of. The rest of them, I believe that where it's mounted, they weren't prone to trapping air, so we never had to do the ABS brake bleed. But you have so many functions where you can relearn items, or reset items, or resynchronize items, or code items, or change the functionality of items. So they give you a lot. What do we got here? We got 6, 12, 24, 36, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41 total operations. And what it does is it's like a shortcut. So when you press it and select the model, it brings you right to that control module that you need to perform the function in. So not only can you do it here, but if you went through the actual process of doing the system scan, picking the control module, and going to the service functions, it's the exact same thing. This is just a quick shortcut. So The TopDon Phoenix Plus comes in a really nice blow molded plastic case. It comes with all the adapters for pre-OBD2 models. It comes with charger port, charger connection. It comes with the extension cable for the VCI. It comes with the Bluetooth VCI. This is a really nice scanner. I really enjoy using this thing. I'm going to be using it a lot more for more videos, so stay tuned. I hope this information helps you guys, man. Again, I'll leave a link down below for the product. If you choose to buy it, that is up to you. I am not trying to sell nobody nothing. What I believe the word sale means is when you sell somebody something that they're not interested in, right? I shouldn't have to sell you anything. If you're looking to see if it's something you want to buy, all I got to do is provide you with the information that you need to know, and you can make your own decision. All right. So I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys take care.